Hey guys, it's Linda Winter, and today is Cyber Monday, and I totally didn't even think about doing a video for my Cyber Monday sale. So I put it on Facebook, but I've heard from many of you, you don't do Facebook, and you wanted to know if I was doing anything. So let me show you what I have. I have 3 cool deals for you. So I'm going to pull this in front here. My website, winterdesigns.com, winner, opposite of loser, if you're new to me. And if you're not new, like, comment, share with this, give it a thumbs up, and then go ahead and share this so other people can find out about me too. We'll talk about what I'm offering template wise and those kinds of things too, but we're talking Cyber Monday, and Cyber Monday is only 24 hours and half of it is already over. So I'll talk about what I'm going to do about the time frame too to extend for a little bit more time. winterdesigns.com, you'll go to my website, product and templates. When you go to product and templates, you're going to see 7, 8, 9 pages. I don't know what I have now, but a lot of stuff. But if you click on sort by newest to oldest, that's a great way to see what's kind of new. But I have a Cyber 20 coupon. You can do Cyber with a capital C 20 or Cyber with a space 20. Either way, it gives you 20% off. This is off of your whole order. Now that's a great deal, but I'm throwing in 2 more things. I have a new blade, and you can see here, it's kind of a rainbow-ish verdigris Aurora Borealis. This right there, it's a titanium blade. I'm selling it in a 1-pack, a 2-pack, a 5-pack, and a 10-pack, but I'm giving with every customer, not every order, because if you order 3 times, you're not going to get 3 blades, but 1 blade for every customer that orders. So that's going to be a great thing as well. So purchase with purchase, you'll get 1 blade. I'm also doing, if you spend $125, I'm doing free shipping. I always said I would never do free shipping, because free shipping to me, I could lose $30, $40, $50 depending on your order. Even if you order right now and you pay shipping, if you pay $8.50, I'm probably paying $11.50. Shipping has gone up like crazy. So for me to do free shipping, that's a big deal. I want to see if this is a motivation for you guys, to see if it's something that you like, and maybe I'll do it for my birthday, maybe I'll do it for Christmas, maybe I'll do it, we'll see how well that goes over. So let me know your feedback on that. So YouTube, Linda Videos, that's where we're seeing this video. My YouTube channel, Linda Videos, I've got 200 plus videos for you. And my Facebook, if you do Facebook, I've got a post on this, but I'm going to show you a few more things here that you won't see on Facebook. My Facebook is Linda Winter Designs. Winter Designs, the name of my business, was already taken when I set up my Facebook page. I own Winter Designs, so I don't know who took it, but on Facebook, it's Linda Winter Designs. Or you can search for Winter Designs for sewing and, not the word, and quilting. So that's my Facebook. If you have questions on any of that, this phone number, it will be posted in the written description too, but you can always call me. And if I'm not busy, if I'm not with my husband, if I'm not on the phone with another customer, if I'm not filming a video, I'll always answer my phone. Not after hours, not before hours. So, we're trying to kind of have a life too. So, but I'll always answer my phone during working hours. So if you want to call me, you're welcome to do that. Okay, so you can see 11/28/2022 at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Because this was an afterthought doing this YouTube video, I'm going to extend that. So 11:59 p.m. tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 12 more hours from the time that this video is posted. So if this video is posted at 2 p.m. today, then tomorrow, actually 24 hours, and tomorrow at 2 p.m. is when I'm going to cut off the free shipping, the 20% off coupon code, and the 1 blade with every customer purchase. So with every customer. So that gives you my Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I didn't do Black Friday. This is my Cyber Monday, because now I am just a website. I don't go to trade shows anymore. I miss seeing you guys at trade shows. If I've seen you there before, I miss you guys. So I want to go over not what I have just come out with recently, because I just filmed a video on that and you can see that. But I want to show you some oldies but goodies, and then I want to talk about what I filmed yesterday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, and I filmed right in front of me these guys here. That right there comes from, let me find the template, from this. You can see how there's an angle there. That angle, let me pop this one up. That angle creates that little pocket there, so you can put in some bigger sunglasses, bigger reading glasses in there. And then this curve at the top gives me the curve that's here. So I did a video that shows you how to make that. I gave you all kinds of tips and tricks on sewing with laminated fabric, with vinyl, with a heavier weight. This one is a heavier weight interfacing of fusible, but also just SF101, which I have on my website for sale because it's one of my fusibles that I really, really like. So that's what I filmed yesterday. That will be posted later this week. I'm going to be filming this week. This is glasses case number 2. This was glasses case number 1. And do you see the writing that's on here? It comes etched like this. I've got metallic markers that we'll look at in a minute. You can go in and mark. And if you want to put the size of fabric that you have to have, this is 8 3/8. So you really need 9 inches probably. 9 3/8. You really need 10 inches probably when you're cutting your fabric. So you can go right on these templates. They come etched. That's done by the laser machine. So that's the glasses case number 1. Glasses case number 2. I talked about this a little bit in the video yesterday, but if you're setting the table for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's, 4th of July, your anniversary, you can make this. This template here creates this shape that we have here. So you can make that to hold silverware. You can make it to hold your reading glasses. I'm going to show you when I do the video adding an elastic so that it goes over a book. So it can become a nice little bookmarker and to hold your glasses as well. So on the back side is our no-slip material. So let's stop for a minute and talk about that. I'm going to get these out of the way, and then I'll show you what I still have left on the table so we can take a look at those. The no-slip material, if you guys know me, then you know my slogan, no slipping, no kidding. What I mean by that, I have 4 layers of fabric here, no slipping, no kidding. This material, sometimes it's brown, sometimes it's gray. They both are a no-slip material. It's not sticky to the touch, but boy, does it grab. You can see it moved my mat and moved my table. When I'm going to cut, instead of using a paper template or acrylic that will damage your fabric, you can see how that grabs. Not damage your fabric, it'll damage the blade. Okay, this is my box bag, the small. I've got a small, a medium, and a large, and those of you that have the box bags, pull it out because it does some really great stuff. The rotary cutter I'm using is Martelli's. I only have the left-handed in stock anymore. You can get these from martellinotions.com, but you can use whatever rotary cutter you have as long as it's going to allow you to cut along the edge. Because I have that no slip on the back side, when I go to cut, you can see how that moves for me. I'm not getting my body at a weird position. I move the template so that I'm looking at that edge, and I can see as I go to cut that I've got 4 layers here, but I could do up to 8 layers. You can do 10, but I like to do 8. Every single one is going to be exactly the same. So when we put these together, this is my box bag, and on my videos I'll show you we sew the roof together, and that creates this. We sew 2 more roofs together, and that creates this. That creates this. When we've got those sewn together, then we're going to sew sides together. We're going to sew sides together. I'm not spending the time to show you how to do this, but I just want you to look at this guy here, and then we're going to look at this little guy here. This is the shape with 4 of those. The outside, that was the aqua that I just did. That's this fabric. And remember when I said sew the roofs together? Those are the roofs. And these are the sides. And then I used a nice little fluffy inside. Our rotary cutter and the template worked just great. Remember I did vinyl and laminated fabric on the eyeglass? This and the no slip work great with that kind of fabric. So this little guy here, this is the actual size. And you can see this has gotten lots of use because it's dirty, but that is basically this, and that's the bottom. So the box bag makes a box, which is great. But it also is a box bag. Let me show you a bag. This is my large. I mentioned that I have 3 sizes, small, medium, or regular, and the large. And you can see this guy here, look how big he is. And if we look at this shape, you basically can imagine, see how that's the small compared to that? That point, that roof now becomes the flap. And again, I'm not spending the time to show you how to make this. I just want you to remember, you've got all these great templates. I've got, I don't even know how many templates, but lots. This makes this, and I used this part of the template to cut that. This is the regular size. This is the large, same thing here. I really would put a metallic snap on here rather than a button, or you could do that elastic if you wanted to, the little loop. But that right here becomes a really cute crossbody bag. Boxed corners. I've got templates called box it, square it, place it. And those guys right here, there's 5 of them. I've got one that I was using the other day, but these give me perfect box corners. Go watch the video on that so you can see what you can box. It's really cool. But remember the box that we saw there, that small one? This is the regular size, and you see those points coming together. And you can put handles on here. This is my headband template, a bottle template. It's bottle for quilt blocks, but a headband. You make headbands with this, but look, isn't that a cute handle as well? So this is my box bag, not this size. See how teeny tiny that is? This is the regular size. This is the size that I started out with. And I have a large one, and the large one is perfect if you want to stuff for Christmas presents. So this guy does that. All right, so I mentioned stuff with Christmas presents. One of my favorite templates is my storage pod. And you can see this guy here. This is large. This is my large storage pod. This is my medium storage pod. And you can see you can stuff these in whatever way. This with little kid stuff, look how big that is. And imagine giving that to a little kid and how happy they would be. You don't want to do something big because maybe you're putting money in their college fund, then you make the small size and you give them a little stuffed animal, and then you put a gift card in there. And you're going to say, you got money for college, kid. That's what you get from me. Merry Christmas. But the idea is this right here is the same as this, and it's the same as the other one. Stuff these full of whatever it is that you want. I now have 5 sizes because they were so popular. My friend Beth made this one. This has, for your pincushion, you put this next to your sewing machine, and you can make this as long or as short as you want. Don't fill it with the tools when you're using it, but when you give it, how cool would that be to give a gift? I'm going to pull some of these out because these are some of the goodies that I have on my website. If you guys know about the snippets, we have 2 great pairs of snippets. These come in multiple colors, so you get whatever color I have in stock. But these snippets have a curved point, and they are wonderful to keep right at the sewing machine, at your sewing table, at your couch where you're doing any hand snipping and hand sewing that you want. This, a seam press to press out those seams and help you out a little bit. At the iron, this little iron buddy, it's a silicone base. This you can push down and put your iron on top of there, and it's not going to melt, but it'll hold those seams open as you're pressing them. I love our tweezers. The tweezers, there's 3 different types. There's a pinpoint, there's a straight, and then the ergo tweezers. The ergo tweezers, that flat edge, I love to press open seams as well. So the tweezers are great, and I've got those in stock for you too. I love using this stuff because I am not the best sewer in the world. This is a wash away, but it sticks. I don't have to press it. If I press it, I may not get it in exactly where it is that I want. So this is a peel off, and it's a double-sided. I have that on the website, and if you watch the videos that are out there on that, this is Stritz, you're going to see how and why I love it so much. This is another great tool. This seam ripper, it rips. Now it's very sharp. There's no cover on it. There's this little case. So if you're clumsy, if you are kind of prone to disasters, buy this and give it to somebody else. Don't use it for yourself because that guy is super sharp. And then the metallic marker. Metallic markers, I already mentioned that you can mark on the templates. This guy here comes in silver, rose, gold, and white. And I like all of the colors. The rose doesn't show up quite as well on camera, but I can see it just fine in person. So this guy here, I have a bundle of 4 even that you can get. So I mentioned the storage pods. Actually, I'll keep this. Nope, let's pull these out. All of those had some kind of an interfacing on there. Now, this isn't 4th of July, but I did do a set. And you notice these are collapsible. There's no interfacing in here. It's a home deck material. I have a small, medium, and large. Remember, I have 5 different sizes now, and you can buy the bundles however you like. If you do this with no interfacing, home deck fabric, if you do have cotton fabric and you wanted to do a lightweight interfacing, but still make them collapsible, this is SF101. It's one of my favorite interfacings. This is 20 inches by 36 inches, so I sell that by the yard. So that's available. You could put that in there if you didn't have home deck. But imagine stuffing these for the holidays. If it's 4th of July, terrific. But if it's Christmas, you've got Christmas fabrics, and you stuff this with all the silverware, and you stuff this with the napkins and some of the other goodies that you have, and you have all of the plates and everything in here. or you put your bread, and you put whatever it is, you stuff these full. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do the handles, and when you see the videos, you can see there's 3 different ways to do the handles. There's a bunch more too, but when you see the videos, I'll show you a whole bunch more. That has the seam at the bottom and 1 seam in the back. So let's take a look at that template. This is the small, and that's the size that we have here. So we can see this right here is there. This is where the fold is. That's why there's no seam here. So over here is my seam allowance. And the boxed bottom is built in for you. So what you get here will be the same as what you get here. This is so fun and so easy, and I love making these for gifts. Pretty much it's my go-to for every gift that I make. Another really great gift is this. This is the bottle holder. This bottle holder, you can put whatever. It doesn't have to be wine. It can be their favorite seasonings, favorite oil and vinegars, whatever it is. But the boxed bottom, again, is done for you. And if you look, there's a cut mark and a cut mark. That allows me with my rotary cutter to get, I'm going to go ahead and go right in. That allows me to get right inside of there. So when I cut, I'm going to actually have that corner cut out. If you used a regular template right there, you'd actually stop cutting right about here. I've got a great video that shows you that as well. This is a perfect time to grab your Christmas fabrics. And I mentioned put a bottle in there, but it can also be one of these water bottles. If you've got somebody that's on a health kick and they're trying to remember to drink water on a regular basis, you know, that's not a bad thing. I have fabrics on my website that you can buy in fat quarters, and this is one of the fat quarters that I think would make a really great bottle bag. You can pick your own lining if you want to. Notice this is all about coffee and wine. I don't have enough of this fabric to put on the website. I wish I did. It's a really cool one, but I have plenty of this fabric. If you did want to do the storage pod, or you wanted to do one of these with some hot sauces and things like that, I have this fabric also that's going to be on the website. So that's a great one for anybody that's into whatever kind of hot, spicy kinds of things. If you all have watched my videos before and you've seen Sylvester, this is one of Sylvester's favorite containers. This, again, when you look at the bottom, those points come together. But instead of having 4 like I had before, we've got a point, sewn to a point, sewn to a point. These 3 sewn to these 3. This is my long box. So it's basically the box bag, but it's narrower and longer. And this is a really fun one. And Sylvester thinks that I made it just for her. So that's a really great one too. Another video that I filmed yesterday, if you're looking for gifts that you've got to make a whole bunch of, this is a really great one here too, because it's the gift card, and you'll see using the holiday fabrics if you want to for a gift card. Put some money in there if you wanted to do a $20 bill or a $5 gift card to Wendy's or McDonald's or whatever it is. So this video was filmed yesterday. It'll be posted sometime later on this week. I think I moved my box bag template over somewhere, but imagine I had something really cool. Do I want it here? Do I want it here? Do you see how this fussy cut frame allows me to pick and choose? And I'm going to move this a little bit off the fabric. And can you see right there? Let's see if I can move it to where you can see it a little bit better. Can you see how I don't have that fabric in that point? So this allows me to see what it is that I want to see before I cut it out. And I do fussy cut frames on a whole lot of stuff. Another template that has really been a favorite for most people, the microwave bowl cozy. You notice I've got 10.5 and 10 inches. They're similar but different. This is a 1/4 of an inch, a 1/4 of an inch, a 1/4 of an inch, and a 1/4 of an inch different. But this is also squared and this is rounded. These microwave bowl cozies, this has been one of those things that has really kind of taken off for me to the point where my 10.5 inch, that was the first size that I started. That's this. This now comes in 9 sizes. The same thing with this. And I even have fussy cut frames on there. When you've got a bowl that you're sitting in front of the TV and it's hot, I don't want to burn my hands. If it's ice cream, I don't want the ice cream to melt. So the bowl cozies. What's nice about the bowl cozies are my holes that are here. Those holes give me the darts. And those darts here are going to be the same here, the same here. So you're not going to get a wonky microwave bowl cozy. That was the 10.5 inch there. This is the 10.5 inch here. Do you see how I have a little bit more fabric there than I do here? If you're not sure about the size of the bowl, then get the square because that gives you a little bit more flexibility. But you can see how those darts are going to be exactly the same. That means these points are going to be exactly the same. And I mentioned the sizes. This is a 12.5 inch. Imagine doing a pasta bowl or doing some kind of serving that you want to put on the table, but you want it to stay a little bit warmer. Then this is a great size too. This size is the same size as this size. And you can see that instead of this dart being big, I took a bigger dart. Let's see if I can grab this here. It's hard to tell, but this dart gives you a whole lot more gathered up. Look how much difference there is in the size. 12.5, 12.5. And those two, this means that this template, imagine 12.5, it will make this. In my videos, I'll show you how to make this. And you notice how this fits this plate. I'm going to pull this over, and you see how it fits that plate too? So you've got flexibility with the template. I want to show you the one, though, that does the right size for this. And this, I think, was my 14 inch. And do you see how that square is just a perfect size for that? And don't hold me to that. I can't remember the size. I show you in the video. So, but these are the microwave bowl cozies. My microwave bowl cozies led to ice cream cozies. And the ice cream cozies, this one has been so successful that I was knocked off by a foreign company. They got 3 million something views on my template, on my hands, on my cutting, on my sewing. But this guy here, this little guy here, the template does those curves or the joins for you. Let me pull that over here. That's what this guy is. And you can see when we're going to sew these together, that right there turns into this. So you notice I don't have ice cream in here. It's an ice cream cozy, but this is great for hot too. And my video will show you how to make these so that you can put these in the microwave. Your batting, your thread, and your microwave, totally different than what you think you would be doing. All right, I want to talk about the turntable because I had somebody that called me this morning and said, I don't get about the turntable why you recommend the no slip. So Martelli's turntable, I've got these in bundles, I've got them individually, but this base, see how it grabs the table because there's a little bit of a velvety surface there. You don't put it this way because it slides all over. So this goes down. I filmed a video years ago on this, but I didn't talk about the wool mat and the no slip. So do you see how that grabs? And I've got a nice turning surface. When you want to cut and you need to have that ability to cut and turn as you go, there's nothing better than this turntable. But when you want to iron, I'm going to remove that and I'm going to not do this. Do you see how that kind of slides around? You can buy the wool mat, and when you go to press, it may move on you a little bit. What I recommend instead is this here. This is the no slip that's on the back of those templates. That goes down and then this goes down. You can see I'm trying to push here and that wool is grabbing. This is grabbing the turntable. This is grabbing the wool. When I want to turn when I'm pressing. If I don't want to turn when I'm pressing, then I put this down and this down here and that will grab. This works with the turntable, so I sell those individually and as a bundle. And then I have this. This is mine that I've used, and you can see it is well used. If yours gets really beat up or anything, you can actually take a little razor and just kind of shave, or a credit card on top of there too. Whatever it is that you want. But that no slip, look how dirty mine is. I've been using this for years. That no slip grabs the table, and this grabs here. So this is the rectangle, and I have plenty of these in stock as well, and I sell that as a bundle. I love the Teflon sheets when you're pressing. Let me pull this back over. If I'm using a fusible, this stuff here, when I go to press, imagine I've cut myself a smaller piece and I've got some fabric. I don't want this sticky to get down on here, and I don't want it to get on my iron. So I like to place this right on top. And then I've got this wonderful small iron. I turned it off earlier because I wanted to pretend. But do you see how that's protecting? This is protecting my fabric, my iron, and this side is protecting whatever ironing surface that I have. If you get any of this sticky on your fabric, it's going to create a little bit of a sheen. If you get it on your iron, it's going to make a mess, and that's why people have all those videos on cleaning your iron. Avoid cleaning your iron in the first place by using this. These Teflon sheets, I have in 2 different sizes now, 16 by 24, and then I think a 16 by 18. You'll have to double check. But those I have as well, and these are really, really good. I also have the iron on my website because I like this so much, and I use it all the time. So people have been asking about it, and they wanted me to have that too. So SF101, that's called Shape Flex. This is a Teflon sheet, the wool pressing mats. I want to talk about a few other rulers. This ruler with the turntable, let's come back to here for a minute. And Tina is filming today for me. She doesn't film a whole lot anymore because I've got my video studio set up. But today this was kind of an impromptu. So this is a 4x16 ruler. You'll see me do on the very first video of the turntable using this. But sometimes it's a little bit too much. This is a 2-inch. And if you look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's a 2x16. But then I have a 2.5. You can see here, 2.5 by 16. Here's a 2 by 12. I have a 2.5 by 12. I've got a 2.5 by 15.5. I've got all these different sizes. So you can find a ruler that not only lets you square off, but lets you cut and cut. Now you can cut here, but you can also do this and cut here. So you pick the ruler that fits for you and what it is you want to do. But this no slit material is going to grab, and you'll get all of those cuts accurately, consistently. One of my favorite rulers, and I always call this my favorite tool in all the world. I have come out with a few other tools now that have replaced it. But this ruler here, this is mine that I've been using for years. And you see those slots that are there? The blade goes right inside here. Martelli's rotary cutter blade. So this guy here, when I cut right inside of here, there's no wiggle. So when I cut 1 5/8, 2.5. When I turn this over, right here, I've got 1 1/4. I've got 1 inch, that's 2 1/4. So 2 1/4, 2.5. I've got videos on this ruler that'll show you how to use this. I'm not going to work with it on the turntable because it's too big, but this ruler, the strip ruler, 24 inches, this is amazing. And I've got a bunch of those in stock as well. All right, I had somebody call and ask about tea towels. I can't find tea towels anywhere. They're expensive. They are. I'm always on the hunt for tea towels, and I found this cute little set. You can see the tea towel here with the gnome. Here's another gnome. I asked Tina to pull all the gnomes. I've got tea towels for a lot of different seasons, a lot of different themes, but these are my gnome tea towels that I have, and I'll put these 5 in a bundle. So if you're into gnomes, there is a no gnome group that I've heard about. I'm not part of that. I like gnomes. So if you're into gnomes, this is a really nice bundle, these 5 tea towels. And I'll put that on there before this video gets posted. So you can get each of these if you want. Just be on the lookout when you're looking for towels because they are hard to find. And sometimes they're $8.99, $10.99 for a tea towel. That's just crazy to me. All right, so I have a few other things that I want to show you before we wrap up. I am always struggling with light, and this light here, this is a gooseneck light, and there's 3 settings for this. So you can turn this however it is that you want. And I keep one right next to my computer when I come work out late at night in my studio, and I don't want all the studio lit up. This is just ideal. So you can put this next to your sewing machine, next to your serger, your cutter, cutting table, whatever it is. But you can see that gives you 3 options. This is LED. This is another one that's just really great to have by your bedside, by whatever. And I'm caught up, but let me go ahead and turn that on. I have it in black and I have it in white. And this one is not LED, but this comes with a light bulb even. So that's kind of a neat thing too. And those are great prices on the website as well. Okay, I think, oh, one last thing. And then I think I've talked about everything except reminding you. Oh, one more thing. Okay, these clips. You see my clips over here. And if you've used these clips, I love them. Wonder clips are wonderful, but they're wonderfully expensive. I mean, they're a lot of money. So I have a set of clips that I put in a little kind of a binder here, pencil binder, that you can take these clips and put them wherever you want, but it comes like this. So these clips are on my website too. So you can use them not only for sewing projects, but they're great for all kinds of other things too. This guy here is my little tissue holder, and I'm going to be doing a couple things with this tissue holder. I'm going to come out with another template that'll give you the ability to add a pocket. So if you wanted to add a little hand sanitizer on the back, or add your lipstick or chapstick, I like chapstick, you can do that too. And then the other thing, I had somebody request a doggy duty bag. You know, you carry the little bags around when you take your dog for a walk. So I'm going to make this same concept smaller, but it's also going to fold over a little bit, and then the bags will come out, so you'll pull a bag out. And it'll have the little latch on here, and it'll come with that little latch in the kit. So when you buy the template, you'll get that first one, because they're accessories or hardware, and you want to make sure you get the right size and the right one. So the template for the first, I don't know how many customers, I'll throw that in for you. But it's going to be to hold the little dog duty bags. And this one is not boxed, but the one for the dog bags will be boxed, because your roll is going to be kind of thick and consistent. So that's a new template that I have coming out. I always have new templates coming out. My problem is getting projects made to be able to show you. So I highly recommend one of the videos that I just posted this weekend, and it has all, not all, but it has a whole lot of my new stuff, even before I got to show some of the finished projects. So go watch that if you're not familiar with all of the latest and greatest. Today I wanted to show you some of the other stuff that I've had that I think oldies but goodies. And I want to remind you again, Cyber 20, you can do Cyber with the space bar in between, or Cyber 20, either way. That's going to give you 20% off. Instead of ending at 11:59 tonight, I'm going to extend the sale, because this was an afterthought. This video that I'm doing, it's an afterthought. So I'm going to extend this for 24 hours from the time that I post the video. I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot except for here. I may post tomorrow on that on Facebook, but I want this to be a YouTube thing to see how many of you are watching this and how many of you don't do Facebook, because some of you have told me, I don't do Facebook. What are you doing for Cyber Monday? But some of you see me on Facebook and on YouTube as well. You can go to my website, winterdesigns.com, click on products and templates. Products and templates will get you to all of the stuff that I have. Sort by, instead of looking at the page with all the threads, you can sort by newest to oldest. That'll show you some of the latest stuff that I've added. So you'll see some of those kinds of things. And my YouTube channel, Linda Videos, and my Facebook, Winter Designs for Sewing and Quilting. If you have any questions at all, pick up the phone and call me. As long as I'm not busy, I will answer the phone and help you out with whatever it is that you need. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found some things that might be exciting for you to make for Christmas, for the holidays, for anything coming up. I'm going to keep this video up for a couple days, and then I'm taking it down after Cyber Monday. All of my hoopla is over. So if you see this video, you won't see it a month from now or a year from now. This will be gone. So thank you for watching. Take care and have a good time shopping and all the great deals that are out there. And again, if you have questions, give me a call. Thanks.